Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Sarek and I'm back with another unboxing of our Peloton gear. And today I'm going to be showing you the Peloton Shoes, or cycling shoes more specifically. What makes these things unique is that they actually have cleats that click into the actual foot pedals here. So when you get the bike, it shows you how to click in, how to click out there, but I didn't really see much information on how to actually put the cleats onto the shoes, because when you get the shoes, they come with no cleats on them. And I myself have never put cleats on shoes before, so this is going to be a bit of an interesting video. Hopefully I'll show you how to do it, and there won't be any things not to do, because I'll get it right on the first time. Seems pretty easy, but we'll find out together. So, inside the box comes shoes, like normal. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Our instructions. So, alright, let's go ahead and try this here. I'm going to go ahead and put this off. Now, one of the really cool things before I even get into the cleats about the Peloton shoes here, you can, of course, use your own shoes on the bike, but that's kind of a hindrance because when you're using an actual cycling bike like this, the whole point is that you get maximum productivity, maximum input and output. So when you're pedaling on a bike and you're pushing down with your momentum, you're burning energy, you're burning calories, which is what you want. But this back part, when your pedal is now cycling up, you're losing this momentum, you're losing any of the energy and calories that you'd be burning because your legs aren't doing anything. So by clicking into this, when you come around this way, you're burning. Now, instead of your foot just riding its way up to the top, you're pulling it up with your leg, which gives you maximum amount of burning and energy exhausted on the actual cycling. So obviously that's really what you want, so I highly recommend that you get shoes. I'm not honestly sure if other cycling shoes, because I do know that other bikes have stuff that will click in if they work with a Peloton. If you know, leave a comment down below so that everybody can find out, including me. But I went ahead and got the Peloton stuff along with the bike because I figure if I'm going Peloton, I might as well go 100% Peloton. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at these. So, the first step is to lay everything out. That's always kind of the best step to do with any assembly process. And so we have 2 cleats, an Allen wrench, 6 screws, and 6 washers there. So we're going to start out by putting our cleat over top of the shoe. And then we are going to put a washer in every one. And then we're going to put a screw inside every one. I'm not going to tighten them down until I have them in the right position. And the position should be lined up right with your arc of your foot right here. So you can do that. They've got these fancy lines right here, and in the back they have additional lines, and you're basically just going to line those up right like so. And then now is where you tighten it. Okay, so that's our first shoe done. You can kind of see what it looks like on the side. It's again lined up with the arch of your foot right here, and so it kind of slopes inward a little bit. And that way when you're kind of pedaling, you have full maneuverability or movement of your feet while still being clipped into the bike. So we'll just give these one extra tighten right there, and then we will move on. Now you want to make sure these are pretty tight. That way they don't come loose when you're trying to get out of the bike. So, one thing that I really did like about these shoes is they are built to keep your feet in there. They have Velcro on the front right here, and then the very back has a kind of like almost like a snowboarding or a cleat that you'd wear for snowboarding or skiing. As you can see, you kind of press this in. So when you're actually stepping into the shoes, you can unvelcro these in the front, put your foot in there, and then once you've got it, just Velcro them back. And then from here, this stays loose, so you can easily slide your foot in, and you can just ratchet it forward to whatever level you want, and that way your foot stays very snug in there. A very nice design for these. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure to mention that had kind of thrown me off a little bit, but is pretty self-evident once you realize what you're dealing with here. So this is a size 6 shoe, and you'll notice on the back that there are sizes 1 through 8, I believe, on the back. It's a woman's shoe. It's meant for Joyce, and she's a size 6. So when you're lining the cleat up with the back, for your shoe size, it should be pretty easy to do so by looking at the lines. So for a size 6, you'll see 1, 3, 5, and then 7 under here. And so I've lined this line right here up with the line number 6. And then down here at the bottom, you can see at the very base, I've also lined up this bottom with 6. And that's kind of how I figured out where to place the actual cleat on the shoe, is just by the lines right there with the size. So you would do the same thing if you had a different size shoe. If you had a size 7, you'd line the 7 line up over here and the 7 line up down over here with your cleat, and you would hopefully land right where you want to be with that arch of your foot on the front. So that's it, and hopefully these tips were useful for you guys. Remember again to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.